Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on time zone. God bless you. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogboyega, your good friend. Thank you once again for patronizing my channel, and I really appreciate you for your contributions toward the development of this channel. Um, to those of you who just subscribed, about four of you, I really appreciate. Those of you who have subscribed earlier, God bless you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like our videos, press the notification button so that you get to know when we upload new videos, and then pass your comment as you deem fit. God bless you. This morning, I want to talk about the topic which says it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. I My wife and I were at a restaurant this morning, and we were just chatting. The place we were eating happened to be the place where we were having our breakfast and dinner um, some 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 35 years ago. And we just happened to be around that place at Marina. That's the canteen at Marina, opposite the First Bank headquarters. As we were eating, we just started chatting, and it's like, we said, oh girl, this is a place that used to be filled up to the brim in the morning. This is a place where everybody will queue to have their breakfast or to have their lunch. And this is the place now that is as if it's a deserted place. And the population of people that were eating at this canteen were so enormous in those days. And then we started recounting that today both of us are retirees, and many more like that were retirees. What could have been responsible for the fact that people are not many again in this restaurant? Is it that because people retire? Entirely not so, because if those who were retired were succeeded by the younger generation, indeed, and the organization is expanding, these restaurants will not be able to, in fact, would have expanded instead of shrinking or managing with the few number of people that are now eating. Then we also looked at the total environment, the marina angle, for instance. If you look at, start from the Nitel building, practically empty, come to skip the General Hospital, come to the Nigerian War College, and then just keep that one also. There is the Now Towers. Now Towers is not exactly what it was in those days. The organizations that occupied these buildings, they have either folded up or they have relocated and so on and so forth. Then down that same, I'm tracing it towards CMS now. Then, well, after the Nigerian War College, notably, the next organization there, I think, is sorry. In the course of that recording, a call came in that interrupted the flow. So, as I was explaining, I said up to the Nigerian War College, that place used to be fully occupied. Today, I don't think it's as occupied as it used to be. Next to it, you have the NPA, Nigerian Ports Authority. I don't know uh, how well occupied that building is, but I know it's one of those parastatals that might have some issues. Then the next one is the Power Holding Company building. That one too maybe is still thriving. But before you now get to a place like the CMS Church and the CMS itself, CMS is a ghost of itself now because, yes, there are still people there. But if things were to go well with this country, CMS is a bubbling place. And what is left there today is what I can call the remnant. So it's not as bubbling as we think. So it is in this CMS area that you have, of course, the next one, the post office, and the first bank of this world, and um, the union banks of this world, and Unity House, which used to be my office in those days, 12th floor, 37 Marina. And things have really changed. So all these buildings, especially the Unity House, Union Bank, if you see the beautiful building, that is Union Bank building now, because of the fact that it is not as well used, occupied as before. I mean, even the tiles have started peeling off, you know, and leaving that, you go to the National Oil building, oh my God, that's dilapidated too. Then you get to the very first headquarters of the Union Bank, 40 Marina, I think. That one too is a carcass of itself. Then from there down, 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 until you get to what is the name of that building now? Down Akpongpong, opposite the previous Leventis of those days, Leventis or Kingsway of those days. They are all in carcass. So I mean, what's the space of time? A space of 30 years. Things have so changed that, sorry, I have to be moving as I'm doing because there are distractions here and there. So, things have really changed. And now, let's look at human beings. Like I said, my experiences in life, especially career life, you know, working in Keja before, then from there down to Lagos, and that journey took several years. Finally, it's a matter of time. I am now a retired person. My wife is a retired person, and both of us, we are now classified as retirees, even though we are still physically strong. To God be the glory. Then let's look at the human factor too. Those of you who are in your 30s, 40s today, and 50s, I mean close to 50s, it's a matter of time. Oh. In a few years' time, you'll look back, you'll be like us, my wife and I. You'll be like us, you'll become retirees. I pray that you will succeed in all your endeavors so that you can live to tell the kind of stories that I am telling today. Now, if you look at the whole thing, you will see that it's just a matter of time. That reminds me of what Christ said. He said, look at those total buildings, that a time is coming that no stone will be left upon one another. They will come down. Within a space of 30 years, look at what has happened to Lagos Island. Look at all those total buildings, Mandela's buildings, all of them, they are all dilapidated today. May you not become carcass in your lifetime, in Yahushua's name. I'm talking to those of you who are still younger. Look, I'm going to do a video for the youths in particular. If they know what is before them or what is waiting is ahead of them, they will have no time to spend going on useless, fruitless protests. That is fruitless. They will not quarrel with elders because they still have something to gain from these elders. Then the fact that they will not make themselves available for politicians to use to achieve their goals, whereas the children of these politicians who are of their age, they are outside the country, and then they will dream big because you have to dream big, think big, and work big so that you can attain your goal. So, so as I was saying, these youths will not they will pursue their destiny from the very early periods of their lives. Let me tell you before I go on to with the elders, I'm telling you that hey, what is ahead of you, what is lying ahead of you is greater than you ever think. And it's a matter of time. It's either by the time you look back, you thank God or you regret your life. May that not be your portion. So it's a matter of time. You have to get yourself busy preparing for your tomorrow than to be wasting your time being distracted here and there. And then you are keeping, and then even every aspect of your life you will check. Don't let me go into that lecture now. When I get there, I will deliver that lecture and I pray it will profit you. So now with the adults, like I said, when I was young, I saw a vision of a better tomorrow and I planned to the best of my exposure. You see, one thing is to see the vision of tomorrow and to define how far you want to go in life. Do you know that all the visions that I had that were big before me then, I attained them all. But I now discover, take note, mistake. Every human being is prone to errors. What was big in my eyes then? Please, not just US. Check other Europe and other places. So, as I said, the dreams that were big in my eyes then, I realized them all. And this is the time I thought, oh, let me rest. I have realized my goals. Only for me to discover that my dreams that were big before me then were too small, which means I should have dreamt bigger, you know. And no matter how big or tall your dream is now, if God permits you to live long, you go to a stage, you assess your visions and you assess your achievements, you will discover that they are small. There are some things I should have added to my vision in my struggling days. If I had added them to my visions, I believe that even though it will not, nothing satisfies God that gives joy and peace to human nature. Like I said, to the best of my ability, God answered my prayers. Everything I asked God for, He did. But I didn't ask Him enough. Now, I'm still expanding it and I know He will still do them for me, even at this age. Now, so by the time I now realize that, oh, those my visions were really dwarf. They are too small compared to what I should have dreamt for. That reminds me, you must think big in your early days. But it's never too late, like I said. You see, if you lay a good foundation, you can always build upon it. You have to be expanding your dreams. There's no time. You see, it says your older ones will dream dreams, I think. And is it the younger ones or the uh, elderly ones will see visions? I think it's the younger one that will see vision and the older one dream dreams or whatever. Whichever way, please go and check it in the Bible. You will discover that you will allow I just have to record. So you will now discover that your dreams must be. Apologies that the recording is breaking. It is I'm recording out of station, so I'm actually moving around. So now, as I said, after reviewing my life's accomplishments, I discovered that there are more grounds to break. But thank God, like I said, it's never too late to accomplish anything. Now, Let's talk about the Lagos or Marina example that I just gave. We talked all those things as I gave as an example, that over time we saw physically depreciation. Depreciation. People who retired, they left. The organizations they left collapsed. The ones that did not collapse, they were operating like, as if they were no more. They could not expand. And now, the younger generations that are expected to gain good employment from these existing organizations, they could not, because the organizations themselves could not find their feet. So there has been a serious dilemma, a serious dilemma. Joblessness are much, organizations are going down. Where are the leventies of this world? Whereas the Kingsways of this world, where are the Pan American World Airlines of this world? Where is Panalpina? You know, where are the all those big organizations? Where is Nigerian Airways today? So you could see that these are the various organizations and many more that would have come in to add to them, that would have made unemployment problems to be solved. Now, what could have been responsible for this? It is not just corruption alone. It is not just corruptions alone. Corruption is major because our people were stealing money and then stashing it. As I said, all those stories were about depreciation. What is responsible? Corruption is one of them, very major, because we have been hearing of corruptions here and there. All these people who are stealing these monies, if they had used it to establish businesses here, our younger ones will get gainful employment. Another major reason that things became like this is because there is a change or a new way of doing things. When computers were being introduced in those days, those of us who were still working there, we feared that this day like today will come. And well, we are still lucky we are able to adapt. But even though we adapted, the generations that are coming after us, they are actually computer literate, but where are the organizations that will employ them? Because the introduction of computer technology reduced the number of people that organizations needed. So you begin to have severance, what you call severance, either voluntary or involuntary. Organizations were reducing their staff, they are not employing new ones per se, or if they reduce 50, they will only employ 10. You can see, just for succession purposes. So it's a major problem. Then number three, our youths themselves and parents together, the way we looked at life, especially parents, were, oh, if I'm able to train my children to a particular level, maybe to tertiary institution, they will find good employment and they will settle in life. Even they will take good care of me. But by the time, unfortunately, they got to that level, there are no more jobs. And our emphasis was on certificate or tertiary institution. Whereas we have left, there has been a paradigm shift from a period whereby people will be looking for paid employment. It has shifted to what do you have that is of sale value. Credit to Dr. Apoki who drew attention to that was what Elisha asked that woman when she go, what do you have that is of sale value? And so all our children that we educated with the aim of getting paid employment, they ought to have had the skills that can be of sale value to them. That is, they should have been able to have employer mentality, not employee mentality. There's nothing wrong if someone works for a short period of time and then develop um, his own ability to start off a business because he will need capital. But it should not be that, oh, I want to work, retire, and be on pension, you know. But what the true situation is today is that everybody should have checked or read according to his ability, to his talent, God given ability to be able to produce something, add value to life, and get paid for it. Thereby, the skills they can practice till their retirement, where they can even pay their own pension. So, if all of us have been looking towards, parents and children are looking towards that, people will invest more and practice more of their talents than to just read anything and you think you get gainful employment which are not there. So these are the areas in which we all missed it. And two, number four now, the world again has become a global village. It has become a global village. There is no longer geographical barriers between nations. The dream of parents today should not be limited to the geographical location, their country. They should have trained their children to the point that they will be fit for employment all over the world, anywhere. So when you see people jackpine, it is those who have skills that are jackpot and then make something good out of their lives. So jackpine in those days does not matter because there are gainful employments here. But now that there are no gainful employment, everybody is jackpot. Now, you can see that with all these and many more, another factor is that, as we said, even if you want to leave the country and go and become somebody somewhere, you are going to start from nowhere wherever you are going, and you have to start from the scratch. And those of you who are wise, who are on Japa syndrome, should remember that, yes, life is not about bread and butter alone. You must remember home. You must prepare a place where you can return to later. If not, you will still regret going outside the country. Then, Japan or no Japan, the world is now a global village. It's a good thing if you want to, and you should go. And then, but prepare to return to your base and develop your place so that when you come back, you become relevant. Many people got lost overseas because they did not remember their home. Then, um, always you should learn. I think this is number 6 now. People thought that after graduating and they are working and that's the end. Learning is a continuous thing in life. Learning is for life. You should be learning, updating both your skills and intellectual capacity for you to be relevant in your profession. Now, look at technology. In fact, many more people will drop out of employment very soon. By the time the AI thing took over, completely, just as in those days the big computers took over from typewriters. Then the computers themselves, laptops took over from them. Today, I'm recording with Android phone, and some are using iPhone. All these things, all the things we were looking for. In those days, you have calendar separately, you be carrying almanac around. Today, you will have your clock separately, you will have your anything utility. PDAs have now taken over. Now, today, this your phone is everything you can think of, and AI is taking over from it. In the next 5 years, all these our Android and other phones, unless they are upgraded, you will see that in fact, you want to go to hospital, you don't necessarily have to physically be there. You tell AI what the symptoms are, and it will recommend for you, except for those who are having expertise in surgical operations. You will discover that even medical doctors may become jobless. Lawyers today, they are being challenged because you can now Google anything and then draft the agreement yourself. It's only at the point of interpretation if you make a mistake. but you can as well get it right. So many things that were professions that people were proud of, they will be eroded with AI coming. So what has happened to us with the introduction of technology is small compared to what is coming. And the way things are being done in those days, these big, big factories, they will become just small, small organizations. And people will be producing more. And so, what will help everybody, because the moment God created us, He has deposited in us something that is of sale value. Can you dance? Can you sing? Are you good at, do you have special ability for creating things or special, like you can produce anything? And problems are all over there. So now you discover that if you have those special abilities, it is those special abilities that will be selling, that only those who tapped into their talents will be able to survive the world that is coming. That's why I keep telling people, if you want to bring children to this world, make sure you can cater for them up to the point where they can develop their talents, and don't show them the way of paid employment. Show them the way that goes into their own talent and skills, which they can exploit so that they will survive no matter how terrible the world is. If you are not looking for paid employment, if you focus on the skills and ability that is inherent um, in your talent, you will discover that you will never lack employment in this world, and you will be able to be employer of yourself and employer of labor, and you'll be able to pay yourself pension till your dying day. So you can see that, like I said, the kind of visions we had during our own time was an improvement. They were improvements over our parents' own. But if we want our children now to go beyond us so that they don't regret, then we have to have few of them, take good care of those few, and then focus them on their God-given abilities. If you want to send them to school where they can develop their skills. And those of you who have read something other than what is in tandem with your talent, it's never too late. You can begin to check yourself now. Check yourself now. What are the God-given ability? You are reading banking and finance, but your talent is in music. Why don't you explore that side by side? So that when you graduate with your banking and something, you will not go to banks that are dying, looking for employment that you won't find. Rather, you'll be able to key into your. Look at Davido. He went to Babcock University, and today he's doing well in his field. I don't know what he read. I don't think he read music, but he developed his own God-given ability. That is the skill in him, is music. And that music, he developed it to the point that today is better known with that skill. So that is one of those things. It's all a matter of time. AI is coming and is here, and things again will change. It's only for those, I mean, it will change for the better for those who can develop their skills in ICT, no matter what field, even if you're a musician, if you're anything, ICT is reigning. Today, as we are saying that inflation is killing Nigeria, I pray it doesn't kill it permanently. We are saying it that inflation is, there are people in this country, young ones, apart from Yahoo. Is it not the same skill they are using to do Yahoo successfully? That same skill, you can use that technology to be earning in dollars in Nigeria instead of even traveling abroad. So what you could do abroad is to have fun and then return to your anywhere you are. That's where the world is. There is no more geographical barrier. You can secure uh, employment online where you can be earning in either pounds, euro, or dollars, and so on and so forth. But if you now, and those who will enjoy that are the people that develop their skills in IT to the point that they can adapt it until it becomes profitable for them. I want you to listen to Dr. Apoki's ministrations. Oh, that guy is doing well, leading people to the right person. And I want you to listen to Daddy Freeze of this world. He brings in a lot of innovations for youths to be able to know, have direction in life. I want you to listen to, okay, I'm not, let me even say, listen to people like that are bringing innovations that will expose you to be able to have something of sale value that will make your life meaningful and that will make you to fulfill your destiny. Now, finally, let me also talk about the danger of spirituality. The danger of spirituality, whether in Islam world, whether it's in Christianity, whether it is in local what you call it, our local religions. Religion is a trap. Religion is dangerous, very very dangerous. You can see now, sometimes I look at it when these our GOs will be bragging, I have done this without borrowing a kobo, I have done this, only private jets, only airports, only big big auditorium. What are the things they are selling to make this money? And they will come and tell you that are contributing that money, that you are of no value. Because what do they sell? They sell the skills. Some of them are good motivation speakers. Some of them are good, I mean, have oratory power, and they exploit it and added it to the spirituality. And now, at the end of the day, what are they selling? The word that is coming out of your mouth and my mouth, and the word of God. But somewhere along the line, they use it to profit themselves. And you that are listening, you are paying for what they are saying. Words is what they are selling. And that is their own um, value, that is of sale value to them. And they are selling it and you are buying, but you are not developing it yourself. That is why they will stage programs upon programs upon programs. You become restless and you don't even know where you're coming from. To talk less of where you are going. Monday to Sunday, you are in service and everything. They chain you down. And so you can see the contribution of religion is destroying people, because they tell you when you get home, you will have miracles. At the end of the day, you pay tithes. You know what it means to get 10% of the income of this nation, especially church going people, into one church, into the churches they are going to. They are making all the monies. Then offerings and donations and vows and all sorts of those are the monies that are coming to them regularly. That's why they hold tight onto you when you come in. If care is not taken, you will mortgage your destiny, you will mortgage the destiny of your children. I'm not saying don't go to church, but be as fast as as wise as the serpent, but as swift or as smart as the dove. Anything you are doing, know that you're either building or destroying your destiny and the destinies of the generations after you. Debate has been going on tithing since 2017. That debate has heightened. The Bible does not ask you to pay tithe today, but you are paying it because they told you it will give you blessings. It's a lie. I'm telling you, why is your life not better than it is now? And then a minister will tell you, you got miracle alert. Without doing anything. I want to tell you, Deuteronomy 28:10-14 tells us that, look, I will bless all the work of your hands. You shall be head and not tail. It is the work of your hand that God will bless. It is not the miracle. Miracles are the portions of the children of God, wherever they may be, whatever they do. But you must bend down to work. Otherwise, that is why destinies are being wasted every day. And then the people that are wasting them for you, they are the people that are being blessed. They say expect miracles. You pay your tithe, you pay first fruit, you pay everything. And you do that regularly. They are smiling to the banks. And they are not even considering what happens to you. Recently, a pastor who has been preaching that if you don't pay your tithe, you don't make heaven, came to say, I apologize. But in his apology, he said, I even made a mistake. Is it not 10%? I said, I made a mistake. It should be 20, 30, 40, 50%. If somebody takes he said, now telling you that apart from the donations, apart from the tithe, apart from the vows, apart from all the cunning ways of collecting money, It's not telling you that's not enough. I needed more. And they are building empires, but you are not wise. When these monies get to them, they go and invest it. Even let's assume you pay 10% of your time. What do you do with the rest? You find that you are still broke and you are not doing anything as they are doing. They are creative. You are not creative. You give what you have to them, say from those who have. I mean, what does this say? From those who who do not have will be taken. That little they have will be added to the and regularly they are taking their incomes from you. We are not saying don't give to the work of God, but give it according to how God made it. God does not support indolence. God does not support laziness. God does not support being foolish. So religion has trapped many people. They are sowing their lives. Full-time pastors, at the end of the day, when they retire, the church abandons them. Then they will calculate certain amount and say this is it. And then maybe they are paying you pension, peanut pension, that within 3-5 years of your retiring, the pension, what have you done for yourself? So in anything you are, beware of religion. It's very dangerous. And religion and Christianity in particular is not the same. Know God for yourself. I think I've done a video on that aspect. Know God for yourself. That's why people like us, we looked at the church. I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be titled, watch out for it. It's going to be titled um, Not Church as Usual, something like that. I may modify, but it's going to be our church is not church as usual. Not like the one that is set up for purposes of making money, but will be focused on building the spirituality of the people, and it will be online most of the time. So now beware of religion. They can truncate your destiny if care is not taken. You need to be very, very careful. Otherwise, you might regret your life. So it's all a matter of time. You will get to the level I am now. You will look back. When you look back, will you regret your life, or will you say thank God? And will you be able to sustain yourself till your dying day? Have you done enough for your children to be able to support you? Are you doing anything at all now to better the lot of yourself in your old age? Take note, your old age, you will need more money to maintain yourself in your old age than every period of your life, morning, afternoon put together. I told you, even from medication alone, you spend so much. If you don't have it, you die before your time. And that's it. And there's limit to which your children can even do if they are not well placed. Everybody will die. But let us attain the good old age that God has promised us. And you cannot attain it unless it is well with you financially. So you must take note that you should not retire into penury. Two, you should be able to be your own pension. Is it pension and our pensioner or whatever? You should be able, what you are doing, your skill or whatever you are doing, should be able to pay you pension to sustain you till your old age. And then that pension that you'll be getting must be something that inflation cannot kill. If you have your talent and you're using it, and Davido will sing till his old age. Sunny Ade has sung and he's still singing till his old age. Ebenezer Obey, Oliver the Cook, before he died, he did it. So all these things is something like that that will help you. It's a matter of time. Your own time will come. I'm taking account of my own now. It's your time. It will soon be your time. In 10 years, 20 years time, you will be in my position. What will be your reaction? God bless you. Have a very wonderful time. So remember to share these messages extensively. Subscribe to my channel. Press the notification button so that you get to know when we upload new videos. Pass your comments. We love it. Even if it is criticism, Don't let it be destructive. Just tell us what we said wrong and then correct it in your life. That's the objective. And then, um, um, what is it? Oh, I've said subscribe. God bless you. Let's stop. I'm your friend, Pastor Yemi Omagboyega. Bye for now.